Hello and welcome to our Week 8 Panthers preview. I'm Tyler McDonald here with HESN. Start off first, as usual, with the Bandas, as they were the only Cumberland Panther team to record a victory, 10-7 over their rivals, the Myers Riders, to remain undefeated on the season. Number one, Kevin Victome was all over the field this week with one TD reception and an interception as well. Offense, defense for him. Ryan Lecandro went 7 for 15 for 68 yards and a TD pass as well. Shout out to D lineman Dominic Ostrowski and Christian Bistaka, who both had a great game on the line. The Panthers look to remain undefeated next week as they face Markham. The Juniors had a very exciting game this week, unfortunately suffering a 37-22 loss against Myers. The game kicked off with number one Lake Corte Moore with an amazing field goal block denying Myers of those crucial 3 points. The game again transitioned to a running game and then moved on to a passing game later on in the game. Shout out to Jesse Lucchetta, who made his second game back from that ankle injury he suffered at OVFL Prospect Camp. He had an interception this game as well. Now, Myers won this game due to the transition they made in the second half. They were down by 7 and then ended up winning the game, so you can make credit to them on that transition game. Alexander Lurie went 11 for 24 this game, 155 yards and a TD with a QB rating of 97.2. Impressive numbers by him. Keon Williams was just short of the 100-yard mark with 93 yards on the ground this week. Catley Joseph had a great game for Cumberland as he had 4 solo tackles with 8 assisted tackles, along with Lake Corte Moore, who ended up with 7 solo tackles and 5 assisted tackles. Great pairing on defense for Cumberland. Now next week is a bye week for the JVs, so they're looking to rest up and rebound when they face in Week 9 York Simcoe. Finally off to the Varsity as they suffered an unfortunate 27-7 loss this week against Myers, their rivals. Myers remains undefeated on the season with Cumberland going to 500. Now Cumberland has 8 points though, suffering 2 overtime losses, so it does move to playoff implications. More on that in just a second. Curly Gideons Jr. with 7 receptions for 114 yards, a great game from him. QB Drew Garby went 16 for 36 with 182 yards in the air with 1 TD as well. Linebacker Jared Rushford had 2 solo tackles, 3 tackle assists, and 2 interceptions on the game as well. A great game for him. And finally, DB Kadeem Pierre with 2 solo tackles, 2 assisted tackles, and 1 interception, moving him to 5 interceptions on the season. As I mentioned before, the Cumberland Panthers moved to 3-3 on the season, but have those 2 overtime losses, therefore giving them 8 points on the season, the same as the 4-2 Oshawa Hawkeyes. Now, big playoff implications are going to be in place this week versus Markham, and it'll be a very important game for Cumberland. It's also a very important game for HESN as we cover both teams, so look for a very extra special highlight package coming next week. That'll wrap up our Week 8 Cumberland Panthers preview. Thank you very much for watching. We'll leave a link in the description below for the highlight packages from last week's big rivalry matchups. Now, if you're an aspiring athlete looking for highlight packages or help getting to the next level, HESN.co has everything you need. Remember, HESN, leaving no athlete behind. I'm Tyler McDonald for HESN. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.